how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Great to see you all again. I hope you're all doing very, very well. This lesson, we are doing part 2 of Powerslave, and we're going to be looking at all of the guitar solos in this song. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy learning how to play this. If you're a first-time subscriber, never seen the channel before, great to see you. Why not consider clicking on that little subscribe button down there? You see the one there? Click on the bell and you're going to be notified then whenever I'm posting any new lessons to the channel. Comments, keep them coming. All these great new ideas for different songs, they're just going on that list, and I promise I am going to work through them and try and get them out to you. Well, that's enough of me talking. Let's get into this and let's have a look at these 3 solos from the song Powerslave. So don't go away.
Preview.
So let me play through section 1 and then I'll break it down for you. So we start off on the B string with a slide from 5 to 7. Then we do a pick on 5, hammer on 7, pull off back to 5 on the B. Then we cross over to the G string on 7 and I'm going to do a pick to 6. Then pick back on 7 G with a pull off to C. Then I'm going to do a pick, hammer on, pull off 6, 7, 6 on the G. Crossing to 9 on the D, to 7 on the D, and then back to 9 on the D. Then I move back to the G string and I'm going to do a 6, 7, 9, and then I've got a full tone bend on the 9 and I'm sliding down to 6, 7, 6 like we've done previously, finishing on the 9. So let's have a look at section number 2. I'll play it through and break it down. So we start off on this 9 again on the A string, and I do that 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. But on the 9 I'm going to do a full tone bend. Release it and then back to 7 on the G. Then I'm going to shift up to 10 on the B string, going to 12. Then I've got a pick on 10, hammer on 12, pull off to 10. Move down to 7 on the B string and I'm going to do a 7, 10, 7 to 9 on the G. And then I've got this 7, 9, 7, 6 to 9 on the D. So I get section number 3, bit of a longer section, so I'll play through for you and then I'll break it down. Okay, so we started off with our usual run up that scale again, so I'm doing again that 9 on the A, 7, 9, 7. This time though we're going to go up to 11 on the G. And from the 11 we are going to then play 10, 12 on the B, going to 9 on the E. Then I've got this 9, 10, 9, which is pick, hammer on, pull off, to 12 and then 10 on the B, back to the 12 on the B, and then 9, 10, 12 on the high E, back to 10, and then we got that pick on 9, hammer on 10 to pull off to the 10, to the 9, and then we're going to run down an arpeggio. It's like a D chord, so we're doing 10 on the B, to 9 on the G. And then I've got on the G a 9/7 full tone bend. And then I've got this series running down the G string where I'm doing 7/9/7, 6/7/6, and then 4 on the G. Then we head back to our usual position. We're going to run up that line again. So we are going to go 9 on the A and then 7, D, 9D, and 7 on the G up to that 11. So we're almost playing the same run. So I've got again that hammer on where I've got the 9, 12, 10 on the B, but this time I'm going straight from there to the 12 with a full tone bend on the high E. So let me just play that through all the way, section number 3, but in a nice slow tempo. Right, let's have a look at section number 4. So let me just play through this section and again I'll break it down. So we start off with a full tone bend on the high E, release, and then we do a 9, 10, 9 to 12. Now, I just do that as one pick. If you want, you can use a pick, but I just think it sounds a little bit better just by that one pick and then the rest is hammer-ons and pull-offs. Then I move up to the D string 14 position. I'm going to do 14, 16, 14, 16. Across the D and G. Then on the B string, I'm going to do 14, 15, 17. Back to the 15. Then I've got a 14, 15, pull off to 14. To 16. So I've got. Then I go back to 15 on the B and I do that 14, 15 again, finishing on 16. Then down to 14 on the G, to 15 on the G, and then I run up 14, 15, 17 on the B and I do the same thing on the high E. Then I've got a full tone bend on that 17 and then I get 2 more. So, slow tempo. Right, let's have a look at the next section. Let me just play it through for you and again we'll break it down. Okay, we start off on the 17th fret on the high E, then we do 15, and then I've got a very quick 14, 15 on the high E, crossing to 17 on the B, and then I do a 14, 15, 17, back to the 15, and then 14, 15 again, pull off 14 to the 17, I have to think about that, 17 on the B, and then I've got a 14, 15 on the high E to 17 and then 15 on the B, and then 14, 15 pull off on the B, and then I have 16, 14 on the G. And then I cross to the D, and I'm doing a chromatic run here. I'm doing 16, 15, 14, and then I move down to 12, and I've got this series of 12, 14, 12, 14, which is going finishing on 14 on the A. Let me just play that nice and slow. Right, let's look at the final section of this solo. So I'm going to play this last section, which is the entry to the more kind of aggressive solo that's coming up next. So again, I'll just play this through and then I'll break it down. So what I do, I've got to rake down to 7 on the high E. Look at this. And then I play 10 on the B, to 9 on the G. And then I've got a quick sweep down 7 and 7, which I'm holding down on the B and E, to 10 on the B, pull off to 7, to 9 on the G, pull off to 7, and then I do it again. And then I cross over to the D string, and I've got 9, 7, 9. And that is the end of the first solo section. Let's go and have a look at the second solo. Let me just play through this section, and again I'll show you how to play them. So we start off with this double stop bend. I'm holding down 7 on the high E and 10 on the B. Use my second finger to reinforce, and we're going to hit it twice with a full tone bend on that 10. And I move down to the G string, and I've got this little run where I'm playing a bend on 9. Release it down to the 9, to 7, so back to 9. Now repeat this bend for the next part, but moving down to 6. And then I do a 7, 6 again. And then to finish it, I'm just doing 7 on the D and 7 on the A, which is running down that arpeggio. Now, we've got a little bit of a kind of faster section coming up, so I'll play it through and then I'll break it down. Okay, so we start off on the 7th fret on the G string, and then we play 9 with a full tone bend. And then we're going to do a sweep through 7 and 7. And then what I do a hammer on 10 on the B and pull off. And you've got to do that 5 times. The final one, which is the bend, and that the same lick. And I go back to the 9, do 2 on the 7, and then I've got that bend on the B. Now let's look at the next lick in this section. Okay, what we're doing there, quite dramatic riff this one. You're going to play 2 on the high E, hammer onto 3 and pull off to 2. Crossing to 3 on the B. Then you go back to the 2 on the high E, and then it's 3 on the B, and then 4 on the G. And we go back up to the 3 on the B. And you're going to do that 4 times. Okay, let's move on to the next lick. So the next lick, let me play it through, then I'll break it down. Not a bad one, that one at all. So we're going to pick on 7, hammer on to 8, pull off to 7, cross over to 8 on the B, back to 7 on the high E. And then we got this descending little scale run, which we do in 10, 8, 7 on the B string. And then we repeat. And then we do a 9, 8, 7, 9 on the G, and then this 8, 7 on the B, and then 9 on the G, 7 on the B, and then 9, 7, 6. Not a bad one at all, that. Okay, let's move on. I'll just play it through and then I'll break it down. So what are we doing now? We're playing a 10 pull off to 7. And then I do a 10 on the B. And then I do a 10, 7 pull off again. And then 10 back on the B. Crossing over to 7 on the high E. Now I've got this 10, what I'm doing is 10, 9, 7 on the B string. And then I do 10 on the G. Back to 7 on the B. Then I go and play a 10, 9, 7 on the G string. Play 9 on the D. And then I do a 9, 7, 9 on the G. Nice little lick. Now, the final part is a double stop bend, and we're just going to play this. And final part is a double stop bend. And all we're doing there is 10 on the high E and 13 on the B with full tone bend. Move up and we're going to play 12 and 15. And then we finish just one note, which is the 15, and it's a full tone bend up to 17. And that's the end of the second solo. So let's look at this final guitar solo by Dave Murray. I'll just play the first part through and I'll break it down. So we do there, we've got I'm holding down 10th fret on the B string, and I'm going to push up with 9th fret on the G. So we get this. And then I get a 9 to a 7. And then 10 on the B, full tone bend. And we got like a Layla riff, which I'm doing, which is the 7 to 10 on the B. And I cross over 7, 10. Pull off to 10, so I'm doing that 7, 10, 7, 10, 7, 10, and then I got another 10, 7, 10, pull off, 9 full bend, and then I've got another, then I'm going to finish just this line off with a 9, 7. So again. Now, next line. Okay, another nice little easy one here. We're going to start off on the G string, and we are going to be doing 9 to 7 on the G. And then we're going to start an ascending line, and we're going to play each note 4 times. So we're going to start on 6th fret, 7, then we move up to 9, 11, then we cross to the B string, 10, 12, 14, 15, and then we go to 17 with a full tone bend, and then we go back to 15 and we do a hammer, we do a pick, hammer on, pull off to 14. Slow. Right, let's have a look at the next lick. So we start off on 14 on the B, going to 15, crossing over to the high E, I'm going to do 14, 15, 17, 15. Then I've got this pick 14, hammer on 15, pull off to 14, to 17 on the B, 14 on the high E, and then back to 17 on the B. Then I do 15, 14, 15, 14, finishing on 16. Right, next lick. Okay, next lick, a little bit of a faster one this time. Okay, what we're doing there, we start off on G12. Crossing over to B10, I'm going to do a 10, 12 pull off. Then I'm going to do 14, 12, 10 on the B. Then I go back to 12G. Then I've got the 10, 12, 10. Back to 12 on the G. To 11. Then I am doing 9, 11, back to a 9, 7, 9, 7, 6, cross to the D, I'm going to do 9 to 7, and then I start the build up again, I start to ascend, so I'm going to do back on 9 on the D, to 7, 9, 11, cross over to 10 on the B, to 12, and then I'm going to go 9, 10, 12, back to the 10, and then I've got this 9, 10, 9, cross to the 12 on the B, then back to the 9 on the high E, then 12 with a full tone bend. Well, that's all of the guitar solos covered, all 3 of them. Got all the tablature there, so you can take your time, follow it, and learn how to play each one of them in turn. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to play the solos to Powerslave. Great song, some great solos in there. If you did enjoy, don't forget, before you leave, just click on that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Click on the bell, I'll be notified whenever I'm doing any new videos and when they're posted. Well, until the next time, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com, wishing you well, and I do look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Until then, goodbye.